Well, hello neighbors. John, your whiskey neighbor up here in the north. And today I'm actually giving a shout out to my nephew Victor. And in celebration of his birthday, I am going to crack open a bottle of Russell's 10-year reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Catch you after the break. All right, as I said, a bunch of things in the intro. I'm going to take a look at this Wild Turkey product, Russell's Reserve. It's got Jimmy Russell on there and son Eddie Russell signing it there. It's got an age stamp, 10 years. It's bottled a little higher than it's bottled at least the right strength for bourbon, 45%. I'm looking forward to this. The reason why I thought I would open this up in honor of my nephew is last time we saw each other was 2 years ago. He lives in the States now. He's an American boy now. And he brought up some Wild Turkey 101 to share with us, and I thought that was great. And he mentioned that he likes Wild Turkey, and I have not reviewed Wild Turkey on the show. So I've had this bottle for a little while. As you know, I'm a bit of a discount, what do you call it? Well, I shop long. I go into stores 8 or 9 times before I leave with anything in hand, and I got this on a great sale. Anyways, coming back to today. So today is my nephew's birthday. Happy birthday, Victor. He is an American and he appreciates Wild Turkey. And this is the Wild Turkey I have on the house. I don't have any 101 in the house right now. But I wouldn't mind getting some rare breeds, some 101, and kind of working through that line of bourbon. So I don't know much about Wild Turkey or Russell's Reserve. I know that they, being bourbon, I think they're around a 70-some% corn in the mash bill, rye, somewhere around 13%, and the balance in barley. I believe, have read that the mash bill is the same in all of their products. Or at least the 81, the 101, and the Russell's Reserve are the same. The difference, 81, 101 would be the percentage, and the difference here would be percentage again, but also age statement. This has a 10-year-old age statement. Beyond that, I don't know enough about Wild Turkey, so maybe I'll get into it. I know they just released a product, which name escapes me, with, maybe I'll just cut this out because I'm just completely blank. Matthew Conaughey, sorry, and it was Long Grow. I might just cut that out. Back to Russell's Reserve. So it's a nice warm day. I like to think of bourbon on warm days. So the nose, it's got a bit of almost a sour edge to its vanilla sweetness. If there's fruit in there, it's... Yeah, but there is a... Okay, so this is a tasting. You just saw me open the bottle. Just saw me pour it. If I had a taste of this, it would have been eons ago. So really, let's say it's my first time. And I've had this with a few products where, I can catch a little bit of the sugars and a little bit of the sweetness, and maybe something spicy, like even a little balanced kick or rye. But there is a sourness in this nose that comes up pretty quickly. And it's a little sour edge, sour alcohol, sour... I bet this would do better just laying out for a bit. I haven't done an edge test in a while. If I look at how those come down on there, you can see it's got some good legs. That's nice. Coats the glass nicely. So I will say the nose, I wanted to like it more. It's got a few things in there that I'm not attracted to, but behind the layers, there's a few things going on that I'd like. I better give it a taste. It was a little better in the mouth. Nice and coating. Almost a little nutty. There's some nice spice in there, some allspice. Yeah, a little bit of cinnamon maybe. It's kind of peppery. Brown sugar. Not terribly fruity. Coating, a little buttery, so a little toffee. Warm on the finish. It's hanging around a little bit, which is nice. Yeah. So, first thoughts, Russell Reserve 10. I need to give it more time, both to open up probably in the bottle, definitely to open up my glass. The aftertaste now as I talk, the sips that I've had to me are more interesting than the nose was at front. But anytime you crack open a brand new bottle, well, this does have an age statement of 10, so I was about to say and it's younger, but you know, 10 years in a bourbon is a good age statement. I find I have a lot of bourbons I enjoy that are 6 to 8 years old. But in the nose, the sourness is present for me, and also a little bit of alcohol, ethanol. Not really astringent though. When I'm drinking it, it's quite smooth. As I said, it's a little bit buttery, so it feels good in the mouth. I like the finish now. Now I can get out a bit more fruit maybe. But there is something in the nose that I think you'll love or not like. I think it's a distinct enough nose that I had hoped I would pick this out in a lineup of other bourbons. It's not taking me right into the rich dark caramel. It's not taking me right into toasted oak or toasted sugars. It's instead for me, if there is a fruit, it's a light fruit like a cherry, and then a sweetness and a sugar. I can't get away from that. I didn't look up their process, and sour's not it. Sour mash has nothing to do with it. It's, again, how we treat the next fermentation from spent mash out of the first fermentation. But it has a sourness to it. For me, this bottle, early pour, that keeps me from liking the nose. I think I would probably put this in a tumbler with some ice. And get at its flavor and get away from its nose. The flavor, the flavor, I've got some nice spice, some cinnamon, some brown sugars. I like this. I like the flavor. So I would happily have this more, and I would definitely put it on ice. And it finishes where I can taste a little bit of wood in it. Well, it's a bourbon. You better taste some wood in there. I can definitely catch wood notes, and they cut the sweetness well and the spiciness. So, in the end, my nephew, this is worth it. If I know you like 101 quite a bit, and in my memory serves right, this will feel like a little smoother, a little more layered, a little polished. Than the 101, but I don't have the 101 with me, so that's a memory comparison, which are never very accurate. But for all the other viewers out there, if you've never had Russell's Reserve, look for it on sale. I'm in Canada, which means I pay too much for whiskey, but I was able to get this for $40, and I've seen it under $40. I've seen it at $60, but for a 10-year-old bourbon with this flavor profile, I would definitely pay that kind of money for it. So this is a solid recommendation. It's a tasting, so I don't want to put a star value on it. But I hope you heard that it's not a runaway favorite for me. It didn't blow me away, which I was hoping for. But anyways, happy birthday, Victor. And thanks, guys, for tuning in. And I hope you find a nice bottle of something if you have a nice warm day. And you can sip and enjoy something, maybe with friends or even just yourself to unwind at the end of the day. You guys take care. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.